Oh my goodness. Do I have the most insane gig economy posts to go over with you today? If you drive, let me know in the live chat or the comment section. DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, etc. If this is the first time you and I are meeting, my name is Mike, coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've done gig work since 2015 in different marketplaces, thousands of trips and transactions. So if you're new, if you've been doing gig work for a while, this video is going to show you some things here that will help you understand what to avoid. It's going to help you possibly, make more money, lean into things that are working, things to watch out for, etc. Let's get into it. I have a lot of things to go over with you today. First, what about catering? Catering gig apps, they're like the highest paying possibly. What are catering gig apps? Well, DoorDash has it now. DoorDash has catering offers. There's Zifty, Deliver That, Delivered, Skip Carts, local and regional options. So what's going on with catering? It's the highest paying until, take a look. These are directly from fellow gig workers posting on Reddit. Let's see what they're talking about. And let me know if you like it or if you wouldn't take it, the offer, or what would you do in these scenarios? I have a lot for you. Catering for pizza orders. I received 16 pizzas and a hard time delivering 16 pizzas, and I got paid $4. What would you do? This is your POV. POV, I'm a DoorDash dasher. This is your view. 16 pizzas on the large order catering program on DoorDash. Take a look. For $4. I'm going to tell you what I would do in a second here, but let me know, what would you do? 16 pizzas for $4. Drop a like in this video if you're just joining. We're doing this to get a good flavor of what to do, what not to do, what to avoid. Warning signs. Warning sign number one. Well, you could be like, you accepted the offer, right? You see the starting, ending, destination. You see pickup from, what is this? What is this actually? That's a local spot. I'm not sure. Pretend it's like a Pizza Hut. So you see that, right? And then you see the expected pay, including customer tip. If it says large order catering, $4, 0.6 miles or something. Oh, that sounds pretty good on a dollars to mile basis. And then you get there and this happens. Or what happens if it says like $25, 1 mile or whatever it is, still a good offer. But then, I don't know, they reduce the tip. They can do that now on DoorDash. It's not as prevalent than on Uber Eats. How would you feel about this? 16 pizzas for $4. Okay, here's what I would do. Number one, if you see an offer that's $4, it's not going to tell you how many pizzas. That's the thing. It doesn't say on DoorDash, Mike, you're going to go pick up 16 pizzas on the large order catering program. Once you accept it, if you accept it, it will. You can click on the order details, but on the offer screen, it'll just say like Pizza Hut, to my recollection here. Remind me if I'm wrong. But then you go there and you see this. Point number two, you see those pizza bags? Those pizza bags right here are free, by the way. So here's one thing you could do. If you get here, let's pretend it's a good offer. $20, 1 mile, sweet. But pretend it's a good offer. You ask them, hey, do you have any free DoorDash pizza bags? Typically, if they do, it'll say on the offer, the pickup screen, not on the offer card. It'll say on the pickup screen, ask the location for a free pizza bag. Not everyone's going to have it, but this is clearly the DoorDash pizza bag. So at least you could get like 4, because I think it could probably fit about, yeah, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 of these pizzas in there. But other than that, I mean, if this was me, and if for some reason I knew it was $4 for 16 pizzas, first of all, I wouldn't accept it. You can let me know where you're dashing from in the live chat or the comments. If you miss a live, click the notification bell, click all notifications. Again, all I do is help you make money in different side hustles. The reason we're looking at this, yeah, it's kind of crazy, 16 pizzas for $4. I got a ton of other scenarios for you in this video. Decline it if it's like $4 on the offer card. If you get there and say you even accepted $4 for 0.6 miles, okay, I'll take it. It's super short. And you get there and then there's this, that's up to you. You can click decline. You have a certain percent of completion rates you have to maintain. It's like 8 or 10% that the orders that you can cancel. So that'll be up to you. But let's move on. What do you think about that one? That's just scenario number 1. Next, but sometimes you are surprised though. You know, what I do here, and I feel, wholeheartedly that this is the best place to learn about different gig apps in this gig economy. Make sure to join our free newsletter right here. We have a new gig tool. It's going to be announced in the next, we can kind of put a counter on it, like 14 days or so. Our wait list is going to open. So join at yourdrivermike.com/newsletter. It's not all bad though. Okay. It's not all bad. Sometimes you get this. This driver says, first order, I got this AM. Take a look at this offer. Sometimes you get surprised. $187.14. Please take a look at this. An $8 base pay. That's pretty good. Base pay is $2 to $10. Based on desirability, if dashers are declining it, it'll go up. Effort. I mean, you think that last order would have had higher base pay for all that effort. This is another large order offer. Now you can see this dasher is platinum status. Platinum status on Dasher rewards unlocks, well, it gives you preference. It used to just straight unlock it. Now it just gives you preference, but still, okay, you get preference to the large order catering program with platinum status. So this offer was quoted originally $16.50. The customer either increased the tip after the fact, or it was one of those plus offers where it would say $16.50 plus, indicating that the order will be higher. And it says here, total is higher than the original offered amount. And it was increased by like 100 and whatever that is, $20 on catering. So I just showed you sometimes catering can be like not so good. That's up to you. Don't accept offers if it's a catering run, if it doesn't pay enough. Flat out. If you get surprised and tip baited, I'm going to show you something maybe a little bit later regarding that. That stinks. But otherwise, say this is a $16.50 plus offer, like I mentioned to you, platinum status, all that work for platinum status, $187.14. Pretty good way to start your shift. Let me know actually in the live chat or the comments. You can type it down below or put it in the live chat right now. What is the highest maybe margined offer? Like super high on pay, low on mileage. Have you ever had a surprise like this? Specifically after you delivered, it's like, oh, customer increased the tip. And then maybe, is platinum worth it to do all the work for platinum? But if you get offers like this, or is this like the unicorn every now and then? Again, I've been doing gig work since 2015. I think it's kind of a unicorn, but this is newer. Large order catering, that's kind of newer. in the last like 3 or so years since we've had Dasher rewards. Now, this next order I'm going to show you, it's not a real order. Don't bite on it. Don't do it. There's something in here. I'm going to show you this order in a second. I already told you it's not a real order. But if you see this when you're out and about, dashing, and I believe this next one might be on Uber Eats. I'm giving you a little bit different flavors here today. Why is this not a real order? And it is on Uber Eats. I just remembered. It seems so good, but it's not real. A ghost order I can't take. This Uber Eats driver says. And hey, if you're liking this video so far, can you drop a like? Just real quick, it does help out the video on the channel. Consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of the team. Take a look. $36, 5.2 miles, 25 minutes. Do you see it? Why is this not a real order? Why is this a ghost order, they call it? Now we're looking at Uber Eats, obviously. $36. Okay, it's a place and pay. It's exclusive. You see that little exclusive thing? It means it's sent to this specific driver. So you're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I got $36, 5.2 miles. It's my lucky day that they sent this, not a trip radar. It's not sent to other couriers at the same time. Yeah, I get a place. It's a Raising Cane's though. Every time that I've seen Raising Cane's, you got to place the order. They're pretty fast. I mean, $36 for 25 minutes. Why wouldn't you take this? Why is this a ghost order? Well, I asked you if you can see it. You can't really see it because I'm blocking it. Let me get out of the way. This was sent on July 4th. It was sent on July 4th, and this driver says, Cane's is closed. Uber Eats would have made nearly $200 in Cane's orders alone today. What does that tell you? This offer is not real because this driver got this offer for $36 for 5.2, but it's July 4th and they knew that Cane's was closed. So what do? This is why I tell you, you gotta know your marketplace. This driver knew Cane's is closed. You know, that's, I guess, what they were doing, or nationwide. I don't know, but they closed the restaurants July 4th and apparently didn't update the Uber Eats app or mark their branches or whatever closed on July 4th, which means they were obviously shown as open and customers were placing orders. And then kind of as we alluded to with base pay, the pay increases if no one's taking it. So the system's like, no one's taking this offer for crazy good pay. It's because they can't. You can't complete it. You know the double whammy? What's the double whammy on Uber Eats here that makes it even worse? What happens when you go to a restaurant and it's closed on Uber Eats? Do you know? Put in the live chat in the comments. What happens if you accepted this, you went to Raising Cane's and it was closed? Do you get any pay or not for your time? That's what I want to ask you. Do you get any pay for your time if you have to mark the restaurants closed? If you haven't responded yet, you, as some of our viewers are saying, you get nothing. Carla, thanks for being here. Joshua, thanks for being here. If you missed this, again, click the notification bell. I want you to be a part of these live streams. At the end of the video here, we do a Q&A. If you want to watch the replays of all Q&As, tap that join button to join as a Team VIP channel member to get the replays. But yeah, I mean, on DoorDash, I'm not even going to say every time. Sometimes they'll give you like a little bit. Sometimes, years ago, it was half pay. Sometimes they might just give you $5 or something. But on Uber Eats, it's even harder to get any compensation for a closed restaurant. Can it happen? Yeah. It can happen, but you have to contact support. Support might tell you like, no, we don't compensate for closed restaurants. And then you ask for a supervisor and then you complain to them. And then the supervisor might say, I'll give you $5. That's the exact workflow that I've heard. I haven't done that in forever, but, and then I would ask you, is all that worth it? You just wasted 20 more minutes plus the time it took to drive to the closed restaurant for like arguing for $5 from Uber Eats support. So be very wary, there you go, of closed restaurants, a ghost order, you can think of it, because it's not open, it's not a real offer, there you go. Let's move on. What about high paying offers though? Okay. I like this kind of, we're going like good stuff, bad stuff, things to consider, high paying offers. We highlighted that super high paying platinum status large order that jumped to like $180 some. It was pretty crazy. But what about Uber Eats? I just showed you Uber Eats here and their high paying offers. Well, they have a program mirroring basically the aforementioned Dasher rewards. It's called Preferred Deliveries. Here you go. So you have to be gold, platinum, or diamond, exactly like Dasher rewards. You get preference to higher paying offers the higher you are. Diamond gets priority over platinum. Platinum gets priority over gold. And if you don't have the rewards of Preferred Deliveries, you're just like, last in line basically. So they have a program shown here. This is directly from the support page for Uber Eats. Remember, DoorDash has Dasher rewards, similar kind of tiers. Here's Uber Eats. So when I saw this, because Preferred Deliveries, that's the Uber Eats program, remember, Preferred Deliveries, it's not in a ton of marketplaces. So let's take a look at what the gold tier looks like. Again, these are actual drivers and couriers posted on Reddit. If you're getting value here, definitely drop a like on this video. Consider subscribing if you already are. Thank you. Let's take a look. Here's Preferred Deliveries. So you do all this work, just like you would do on DoorDash, to get your acceptance rate up. It's kind of a pain. You got to keep accepting just to get to their threshold that they want. Now, it's not as high at the time of filming as DoorDash wants. It's 30% versus 50% to get onto one of these rewards. But take a look here. This would help you if you don't have Preferred Deliveries in your marketplace yet, or they're announcing it, or you just got it, or you have it and you haven't gone for it yet. Is it actually worth it? Well, 1924, 9 miles. 1305, 5.6 miles. 2601, stacked order, 14.1 miles, etc. I was looking at this, and these are high paying offers. It's denoted by the little shield thing, the little emblem there for Preferred Deliveries. The same thing that, DoorDash says. It says, I just showed you in that other screenshot, you're getting this offer because of your preferred status on Dasher rewards. So these are all high paying offers. Are these worth it? That's all it comes down to. Are these worth it? Let me show you the metrics on this one in the bottom left here. Now, again, this is one driver, Uber Eats in one marketplace. I think they're okay. They're okay. Some of these are obviously better than others. Most of these are at least $2 a mile. Why does that matter? It's because I want you to hit at least $1.75 paid per mile. Why, Mike? Well, here in the US, the IRS gives you an optional standard mileage deduction that encompasses the general operating costs of a vehicle for business. It is 70 cents per business mile here in 2025. So all the business miles that you drive this year. So if the umbrella cost is 70 cents, costs are here, you want revenue or your pay per mile to be here. So it's actually a profit. Now keep in mind, you got to save for taxes, set aside around 30% for taxes. That's how self-employment goes. So I want a margin. And you know what that also does is it makes it so you're not running your vehicle down, accelerating the depreciation for nothing. If your costs are 70 cents and you're making 80 cents, you have almost no margin and you're still putting the mileage on your vehicle. If you're putting the same mileage on your vehicle, wouldn't you want a profit margin there? That's exactly what I teach you here. And our new tool that's coming out will help you with that. You can sign up for insights and sign up for that waitlist soon on our newsletter. So I think it's okay. You know, I want at least $2 a mile, $2 to $3 plus. $1.75 is like, you know, my standard, but obviously the higher the better. I think preferred deliveries is decent. Frankly, when I tried it, when it first came out here in Pittsburgh, we were one of the first marketplaces to get it. It wasn't that great because I got gold status and then they sent me offers that were close to $1 a mile. I told you $1.75 is my goal. And it was marked with these emblems for high paying. So that's all to say, if you're going to go for preferred deliveries on Uber Eats, go for it because the thresholds are lower than Dasher rewards. But once you start getting these offers with the high paying offer emblem, it better be worth it. Like I'm hoping all of them are going to be $2+ a mile. Because if like 15% or $2 a mile, then doing all that work to keep your acceptance rate up might not be worth it versus just cherry picking or the margin strategy, we call it. Hope you're getting value so far. I like this series. Let me know in the live chat or the comments if you want me to continue this series where I react to just unhinged, crazy, surprising, good, bad posts from different gig workers. It's a great way to see what other marketplaces are doing, like this high paying offer. Oh boy. Let's go back to some of those unhinged posts, this time back to DoorDash. Just take a second for yourself, you know? You work so hard on the road. I mean, I'm joking, but like seriously, you work so hard on the road. You're doing this gig work. We're in summertime right now. What do you need during the summer? Water. Well, DoorDash says, here's a $15 high paying offer for some water. And it's a whole lot of water. And the driver says, I got this order, this top paying offer, and it's 60 packs of water. That's $3 of water. Would you have taken this offer? Look, this is exactly like that 16 pizza thing that we just saw at the beginning of this for $4. There you go. Would you take this offer? 60 packs of water for $15. 16 cases of water for $15. Firstly, yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, come on, come on. Firstly, I'm wondering, like, I know this wouldn't technically be a catering offer. It's not, but how could you fit it in your vehicle? I feel like there would have to be something that would connect. I don't know. I feel like their system should know this can't easily fit, assuming there's another dolly, because this Dasher said there's 3 dollies worth. I'm looking at 2 dollies right now. I mean, I have a 2015 Passat. I could fit, maybe I can stack them too high. I can't go any higher than that. My trunk's not tall enough. And I don't even know how many I could fit doing that in the trunk. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I could maybe fit 14, maybe, I'm guessing, in the trunk. This is basically like Amazon Flex. This is Amazon Flex for water delivery. What do I mean by that? Is you're going to put like 45 to 55 packages in your vehicle if you do Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex, it's package delivery, basically, as I just alluded to. It's routed delivery. But here's the thing. Even on Amazon Flex, the packages aren't this big, literally, volume-wise, and obviously they're not as heavy. That is a lot of weight in your vehicle. That is physically like the volume of the size is going to take up in your vehicle. I don't know how DoorDash would allow that to do a $15 top paying offer. And again, I'm citing this from, couriers and gig workers on Reddit. So, hey, we're taking them at their word for, these actual offers here. Now, if you had a box truck, if you have just a truck, but even Amazon Flex says you cannot deliver with an open bed truck. It has to be something that is at least, covered. But for the rest of us, how would that fit in your vehicle? Honestly. And like, I go to the gym a lot. Like I try to, at least. I'm going right after this. Let me know if you got your leg workout in today. Don't skip leg day, they say. That's a lot of effort. I'm going to move on here in a second. Hang with me. I would do this 60 packs of water. I would do this for, assuming it's low on mileage. If it's $60 per the offer, that is $1 per case of water. And if it's $60 for, let's say, 5 miles, that's an insanely good dollars to mile ratio, but it's going to take time to load this in your vehicle. Let's assume that the store associates help you load it in your vehicle. Now, if you had a cart or a rolling wagon, but then again, I could probably fit about maybe 6, actually. Maybe I can fit 6 on the rolling wagon. I'm trying to remember how long the wagon is. It's pretty long. I might be able to squeeze in 6. So if I can fit 6 in my wagon, that's still 10 trips because there's 60 packs of water per this driver, at least. 10 trips back and forth for $60. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not like you're actually carrying it in your hands. And that's assuming it's a flat delivery. You can see how a lot goes into this, right? We got to move on. But what an anomaly of an offer there. Now, let's go into the title or subtitle of this video today. How to get free food, not clickbait. So I started DoorDash in 2018. I first started Uber 2015. I did Lyft, I think 2 months after, maybe late 2015, 16. And then since then, I've done most every single gig app. There's a gig app out there right now that is giving away free food. Have you heard about it? Yeah, might have heard about it because a lot of these workers are voicing their opinions, good or bad, about what I'm about to talk about. You might have heard about this. There's a way for you to get free food. Yeah. I'm going to show you the app here in a second. Have you ever heard the adage, there's no such thing as a free lunch? Yeah. There's no such thing as a free lunch. That stands to reason here. Yes, it's free food, but it's this. This is on DoorDash. This is the McDonald's Punch Card Challenge. This email is going out to Dashers just in the last couple of weeks here. This program has expanded to, I don't know how many marketplaces, but it's expanding because I have had quite a few Dashers mention this. Here's the thing. This is not new. This program has been around for at least 3 years. It used to be, I believe, a physical punch card. But now this punch card program is in your Dasher app, but you get free McDonald's. Is it worth it? Let's see what it says. Get rewarded for high ratings. This month, gold and platinum status Dashers qualify for this limited time McDonald's Punch Card Challenge. Earn a freebie when you complete 6 McDonald's deliveries. On the surface level, what do you think about this? First, you have to obviously be a Dasher reward Dasher. Not silver, but gold and platinum. Those are the second and third highest tiers. Platinum is the highest tier. Okay, that's number one. And then you get free food when you complete 6 McDonald's deliveries. Would you do this? Now there's more. Here's what it looks like on your actual app. McDonald's Punch Card Challenge. And again, hey, let me know if you have this. I have not seen it on DoorDash, and I just drove 2 days ago or something like that. That's why I think this is the best place for you to learn about gig work. I research it, I work it, I talk to other gig workers, like in our new series, Double Your Money, and our contributor program. You can earn money for participating in both with the links down below. Again, that's our Double Your Money series and our contributor program. Check out the links in the description to learn more on how to make money by contributing there. Well, here it is. You can get a free 10-piece chicken McNuggets for completing just 6 McDonald's deliveries. It's available now through the end of the month, July 31st. And you have your progress bar there. Now, here's the terms. I'm asking you, would you do this? So answer in the live chat or the comments for those sweet, sweet, crispy nugs. What are you, you Polynesian sauce person? I forget the sauces at McDonald's. Best sauce, best fast food sauce. I mean, the Chick-fil-A sauce, right? It's pretty solid. The Cane's sauce, although I haven't really had a lot of Cane's. What's the best fast food sauce in your opinion? Okay. Complete 6 McDonald's deliveries as a platinum or gold status dasher by the end of this month. If you fall below gold status, don't worry. Your progress bar disappears, but we will save your progress and you can continue as soon as you achieve the platinum or gold status again. You can just pick up where you left off. Once you complete all 6 deliveries, you'll unlock a freebie. Look for a unique DoorDash, promo code in the Dasher app for a free 10-piece chicken McNugget that expires, like, funny enough, a week after the deadline of this challenge. You got to use it in the first week of August, basically. Okay, but still, you get free food. Yes, no, I do this. This is a waste of my time. Here's how it works for you as a Dasher, because obviously this is on DoorDash. Should you accept more McDonald's offers to get 6, because you need 6, right? Should you accept more McDonald's offers to get 6? And trust me, most marketplaces, they're going to have a good amount of McDonald's offers to choose from. Chances are it's going to have a lot of volume as far as like how many offers they send you. And you're going to have multiple McDonald's locations, several McDonald's anyway. So they're all sending offers. I've said the same thing. This is like a la other challenges, like batch challenges, consecutive streak bonuses, where Uber would want you to take, let's say, 3 in a row, 6 in a row, and then you get a bonus. The same strategy applies here. Do not alter your driving and strategy for 10 chicken McNuggets. And frankly, it's like, I feel like it's like half air and you eat it and you're like, well, I can understand why people order 20 counts because it's like, it's so satiating. You're still hungry. Granted, I haven't had McDonald's in how long? My go-to is Wendy's. What's my go-to? Not McDonald's. That's for sure. But yeah, don't alter your strategy for this. Now, if you happen to get 5 high-paying McDonald's runs, like overall it's at least $1.75, you get some higher-paying ones. Yeah, maybe you take $1.50 and you're at 5. yeah, I'd probably bang out one more to get some free food. Why not? Like if, again, 5 out of 6 are pretty decent so far, like they're high paying. I don't care about the free food. I'm just taking it because it's a good paying offer. And the McDonald's, near you are fast. You're not having to wait in the drive-thru. If all those things work out and I'm near another McDonald's, they send me a run that's halfway decent, I might take it. But I'm not working just for this, certainly. And here it is in the app. You can see that little status card. Again, gold and platinum. If you fall out, they'll save your progress. Sweet. Let's move on. Now, you don't even have to worry about delivery, though. What if I told you that? You don't even have to worry about making any deliveries anymore. Forget the McDonald's runs. What if I told you there's a scenario where you don't have to worry about taking those offers? But what if I told you this scenario might mean you don't have to worry about any offers ever again? It's because of these things. Oh. These are, as you can probably tell, little robots, delivery things, little machines. The caption says, the $3 picker-upper army has arrived in my market. I see some palm trees, maybe Florida or something like that. We don't certainly have this here in Pittsburgh. Let me give you an honest take here. I try to give you a neutral stance. Not only am I, well-researched, I work in the gig space, but I do try to give you an educated, neutral stance. The caption says the $3 picker-upper army. What if I told you these take all the awful orders? Or if they take like all the super bad, like low tipping offers? You're like, oh, I don't hate that. Like if these are geofenced to, let's say, a mile, because they can't obviously go super, super far. So if they're geofenced to a mile, and those are all the literally base pay non-tipping orders. So it's going to be $2 or $3 for a mile. It's not good. It's not worth it. What if these took those $2 or $3 1 mile offers? Again, say they're geofenced to a mile. So what would that do for you? A, it would kind of help your acceptance rate, if that matters. If you don't care about your AR, if you're not going for rewards programs, that's not a perk for you. But if you care, if you're a platinum dasher, if you're trying to go for like certain statuses, even on Uber Eats, like I just showed you, it's one less offer to decline if these took like $1 low paying offers. Okay, that's the pro. What's the con though? The con might be, as these, get better energy efficient, larger geofence, might encourage customers not to tip as frequently because they're like, I'm not tipping the company because a robot's delivering it. So where's my tip go? It's going to go right back into the company. I'm not going to give DoorDash and Uber Eats free money. Now, I would love to see the company themselves putting a little tag that says tipping is not necessary as your delivery is being handled autonomously, or however they want to say it. Again, if the company says on the delivery screen, I'm not sure how they would do this because tipping can be done before they check out, as they're checking out. So they would have to already know this would be assigned to a robot delivery. But they could say tipping is not required, and it would like gray out the option, and it would say tipping is not required because your delivery is being handled autonomously. So then they know, like, okay, I'm not wasting money on a tip. I'm getting the convenience and autonomy of a little robot thing. It's geofenced to only a mile, and it's more like regular offers, let's say for, dashers or couriers. But the negative could be like, if any of that rubs off to couriers, if the customer's like, I kind of like not tipping. I want more robot stuff. I want more of them. I want a bigger geofence. And I don't think I'm going to tip. I think this is convenient. And I'd rather have a robot delivery. Then that could be a negative. Do I think that's going to happen? No. No, I mean, each one of these is going to have overhead, a safety team monitoring each one. They're slow, they're not efficient, it's going to be geofenced, et cetera, et cetera. There's no way I see this scaling to the size of where they would need it to scale to, at least not in the immediate future. So I would not worry about that. But we'll see about the $3 picker upper army. Now, that's a delivery that they did the work. But imagine a company telling you that you can't do the work. Not like, oh, you can't do it because we got a robot doing it. What if they told you, you can't do the work? It's too much, man. It's too much for you. We think you need some help. Where was this on the 16 pizza count one? Or at least that's not as bad as the 60 cases of water delivery. Where was this on that one? So check out what Uber Eats is doing. Uber Eats told this courier, you're going to need some help on this one. Yeah, 2+ delivery partners. Have you seen this? Who has seen this in their marketplace? Let me know. It says 2+ delivery partners. This is a large order, so you'll only pick up part of it. It looks like some kind of Vietnamese restaurant or something. It says split order, pick up one order, and then someone else, I guess, is going to pick up the other one. And here's a better view of that. I had a lot to say about this. Is there any offer where you're like, I can't pick up the entire thing? And again, this appears to be a restaurant. What kind of restaurant offer would I need a buddy? You know, it's like a team lift. You can't lift those TVs by yourself. It has a little emblem on the side of the box for team lift. This is team delivery. You can't do it yourself, man. We don't believe you. You can't do this yourself. We're going to get a buddy. Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, we're splitting the pay. What could have been a large catering offer for $50, $60, you know what? Since we have two of you guys now, we're just going to pay you like $15 each for 6 miles. Still decent, but it could have been like $60. Why? This is the first time that I've seen this. I can't think of any offer with respect to like normal offers that I could not pick up myself. Even 16 pizzas, assuming they can give me some free pizza bags, because they would argue, well, you don't have enough pizza bags. If DoorDash is giving out free pizza bags, granted, this is on Uber Eats. On catering, if they argued, well, you don't have enough catering bags. This is like $1,000 catering offer. And yeah, those exist. Deliver that, Zifty, Skip Cart, Delivered. There's $1,000, $1,500 catering, offers. They're huge. So if I just had the right equipment, I can do it, guys. If it's 16 pizzas, I already have 2 pizza bags. Give me 2 more, I'm good to go. Catering, oh, well, it's, let's say 12 catering trays, and you can only fit like 4 in one of your catering bags. I don't know. Be like, I have 4 catering bags. So give me the full pay. Let's cut out an additional step. That driver, I don't know. Anything could happen. A vehicle emergency, they got lost, they spilled the food because they're just not like as of a professional driver. I don't know. So what I would do here, guys, this is a suggestion to Uber Eats. Don't do this. Verify that the driver has enough equipment, because it's a lot more convenient just to have one person doing it than to me have my meeting and I'm like, where's that other guy? Like we're starting in like 5 minutes because that person got lost, whatever. So what I would do, the same thing that DoorDash does with verifying pizza bags, the same thing that Deliver That does with verifying catering bags, have this as another unlockable. Have this for like XXL offers or XL catering runs or whatever you want to call it. And if it requires 4 catering bags or 4 pizza bags or whatever kind of delineation you want there, just have the driver confirm that. versus splitting it between two delivery partners. I mean, apart from a wildly massive order, in which case you might want to just like contract an actual catering company versus using Uber Eats or DoorDash, apart from a wildly massive catering run, and I could probably still do a lot of those because I got a lot of delivery bags, don't split it up. What do you think about that? And as we close it out here, I got one more for you. I got one more. How to ruin your shift. Right? What would ruin your shift? Well, it's going to sting. What about this? I alluded to earlier this thing called tip baiting. So think about the old dollar on a fishing line, right? And they're dangling it in front of you. This is tip baiting, and this can ruin your shift. This is, in my opinion, more prevalent on Uber Eats. It can be done on DoorDash. It can be done on other platforms that have customer tips where they can edit after the service. So think about that. If they're allowed, the customer, end user, if they can edit the tip specifically downwards after the service, the ride, the shop, the delivery, tip baiting can happen. Now, there's been some company maybe, like Instacarts, I believe in 2022, they announced $10 tip baiting protection. I don't know if they still have it. Let me know in the live chat or the comments. But it would protect their shoppers against tip baiting up to $10. If the customer zeroed out the tip and they had no legitimate reason why, like the delivery was on time, nothing was damaged. This is Instacart, so it's grocery, and nothing was wrong. That's a fantastic service. So look what happened to this courier just days ago. The estimate for this trip was $17.33, including any upfront tip. But the customer reduced the tip after the delivery down to, it looks like, straight base pay. It looks like they literally zeroed out the tip. Now look at the offer again. This was quoted $17.33. If you look below the graphic there, distance 9.4 miles. So the driver accepted with the anticipation. They took a slightly longer offer. It took almost 30 minutes, 25 minutes, and they're expecting to get just under $2 a mile. It was a pretty decent offer, a little far, but it was a decent offer for $17.33 for 25 minutes. And then you have someone looks like zeroing out the tip. So you're just left with the company's contribution, $3.75. Every company, every gig company that lets their customers reduce the tip down, in my opinion, should have tip baiting protection. Because when a customer reduces the tip, they need to indicate why. Product missing, product damaged, unprofessional behavior. But if they don't indicate anything that was your fault, a long wait time, well, there was weather or traffic delays. If somebody's not against, nothing that you could have done there. And then the support agent asks, was anything damaged? Was anything missing? They say, no, but it took longer than expected. Then that is when tip baiting protection should come into play here. Because I do think this is a little more rare, but like this driver said, it ruined their whole shift to see $17.33. That's like, it's going to take them 5 orders to get that money back. They're just missing out on like $15. So it's going to take them some time to get that money back. Okay, not quite 3 orders, but 2 offers, let's say. 2 $7.50 offers to get that difference back. It's going to bum you out. So 2 offers, that's like maybe 45 minutes of work or something like that. Depends, a lot of things on your market, how fast you can be and stuff like that. But I want to end on a little happy note. Here's a happy note. It's our first Grubhub today. And hey, again, as we wrap up here, I would love this to be a series reacting to unhinged, surprising, exciting, et cetera, driver posts. We need a title for this series, but let me know if you'd like this to become a series. I would. If you have any title ideas, let me know. $71.33, an XL large order on Grubhub. 5.1 miles, a single offer. Ending on a great note there. If you're taking offers like this, if you have access to large order programs, XL programs here like Grubhub, it is going to be few and far between. You know, someone that is exceptionally generous with a tip, usually. You know, sometimes it can be like, a percent of tip. Like if someone's doing a deliver that catering offer, $300 subtotal, if they tip 10 or 15%, that's a $30 or $33, $35 tip. But that's on catering, a percent based on the basket size. Basket size is just how much they're spending. This is Grubhub. It does say XL offer. So this should be another catering run, we would assume. 71.33, 5.1 miles. Fantastic. Even if that's a large order. So what stood out most to you? Was it the 16 count pizza? Was it the 660 counts water? Was it the high tips, surprises? Let me know and consider joining as a team VIP channel member by clicking that join button down below this video. If you don't see it, you might have to go over to a computer to see that option here. And I want to take some of your questions. If you missed this Q&A, again, all of those team VIPs get the channel replay. Make sure to join our free newsletter as well. And I'll see you soon.